Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of English Vocab. I'm Emma, and today we're talking about a powerful life lesson that can also improve your English. Focus on yourself and stay silent. Now, you might be thinking, Emma, if I stay silent, how will I practice speaking English? Great question. But today's lesson is about knowing when to speak and when to listen. It's about understanding that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is focus inward and choose your words carefully. This episode will help you learn vocabulary about self-improvement, personal growth, and mindfulness, while also teaching you when silence can be your greatest strength. Let's start with the first part. Focus on yourself. This doesn't mean being selfish or ignoring others. It means prioritizing your own growth, goals, and well-being. When I say focus on yourself, I mean pay attention to your own progress, not comparing yourself to others. Invest time in your personal development. Take care of your physical and mental health. Work on your skills and knowledge. Set boundaries to protect your energy. For example, if you're learning English, focusing on yourself means celebrating your own improvements instead of worrying about how fast your classmate is progressing. It means practicing consistently for your own goals, not to impress others. I learned this lesson the hard way. 2 years ago, I was constantly comparing my career progress to my friends on social media. I felt frustrated and discouraged. Then I decided to stop checking social media for 1 month and focus only on my own projects. That month changed everything. Now, let's talk about staying silent. In our noisy world, everyone wants to share their opinion about everything. But sometimes, the wisest choice is to say nothing at all. Staying silent doesn't mean being passive or weak. It means being selective about when you speak. Here are some situations where silence is powerful. When someone is angry, if someone is upset and saying hurtful things, responding immediately often makes the situation worse. Staying silent gives them space to calm down. When you don't have enough information, instead of giving uninformed opinions, it's better to listen and learn first. When someone needs to vent, sometimes people just need someone to listen, not someone to give advice or solutions. When gossip starts, refusing to participate in negative talk about others protects both you and them. I remember a situation at work last year. 2 colleagues were arguing about a project and they both wanted me to take sides. Instead of getting involved, I simply said, "I understand you're both frustrated. Let me know if you need help finding a solution." By staying neutral and silent about the drama, I maintained good relationships with both people. Let me share another story that taught me about the value of silence. 5 years ago, I attended a work meeting where my boss was discussing a new policy I strongly disagreed with. My first instinct was to immediately voice my objections. But something made me pause and stay quiet. During that meeting, I listened carefully to everyone's concerns. I took notes. I observed the dynamics. Later, I requested a private meeting with my boss and presented my thoughts in a calm, organized way. Because I had taken time to think and prepare, my feedback was much more effective than if I had spoken impulsively during the meeting. This experience taught me that silence creates space for wisdom. When we're always talking, we miss opportunities to learn and understand. You might wonder how this connects to learning English. Well, there are several important connections. Active listening. When you focus on staying silent and really listening to native speakers, you absorb pronunciation, rhythm, and natural expressions. Many English learners talk too much in conversations and miss chances to learn from listening. Quality over quantity. Instead of trying to speak constantly, focus on speaking well. Choose your words carefully. It's better to say one clear, correct sentence than 5 confused ones. Confidence building. When you're not worried about impressing others with your English, you can focus on actual communication. This reduces anxiety and helps you speak more naturally. Cultural understanding. In many English-speaking cultures, people appreciate good listeners. Knowing when to speak and when to listen is an important social skill. I have a student named Carlos who used to interrupt conversations constantly because he was so eager to practice English. When he learned to listen first and then respond thoughtfully, his conversations became much more meaningful and people enjoyed talking with him more. Let's focus on key vocabulary from today's lesson. Focus, verb/noun, to direct attention to something specific. I need to focus on my studies. Prioritize, verb, to treat something as most important. You should prioritize your health. Boundaries, noun, limits you set to protect yourself. Setting boundaries at work improved my life. Discouraged, adjective, feeling less confident or hopeful. Don't get discouraged by mistakes. Selective, adjective, careful about choosing. Be selective about the advice you follow. Passive, adjective, not active, letting things happen without responding. Don't be passive in your learning. Vent, verb, to express negative feelings. Sometimes you need to vent to a friend. Neutral, adjective, not taking sides. I stayed neutral during their argument. Impulsively, adverb, acting without thinking first. Don't respond impulsively when angry. Absorb, verb, to take in and learn. Children absorb languages naturally. So how can you apply focus on yourself and stay silent in your daily life? In conversations, listen more than you speak. Ask questions. Show genuine interest in what others are saying. On social media, stop comparing your life to others' highlight reels. Limit your time scrolling and spend more time on your goals. At work or school, instead of immediately sharing your opinion, take time to think. Observe the situation. Then contribute meaningfully. In conflicts, take a deep breath before responding to criticism or arguments. Sometimes the best response is no response. In English learning, focus on your own progress. Don't worry if others seem to learn faster. Everyone's journey is different. Here's a practical exercise. For 1 week, try this challenge. In every conversation, listen for at least 30 seconds before speaking. Notice how this changes your interactions. When you focus on yourself and practice strategic silence, amazing things happen. Reduce stress. You stop worrying about things you can't control, like other people's opinions or progress. Better relationships. People appreciate good listeners. When you speak less, your words carry more weight. Increased wisdom. Listening teaches you things that talking never will. Improved focus. Your energy goes toward your goals instead of distractions. Enhanced learning. Whether it's English or any other skill, focused practice beats scattered effort. I've seen this transformation in my own life and in my students' lives. When you stop trying to impress everyone and start focusing on genuine improvement, your confidence and abilities grow naturally. Remember, focus on yourself and stay silent doesn't mean becoming antisocial or selfish. It means being intentional about where you put your energy and when you choose to speak. In your English learning journey, this principle is especially powerful. Focus on your own progress, not others. Listen actively to improve your comprehension. Speak thoughtfully to improve your communication. Your homework this week. Practice mindful listening in at least one conversation each day. Focus on understanding rather than preparing your response. That's all for today's episode. I hope this message helps you both in life and in learning English. Remember, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is focus inward and choose silence. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.